In less than 60 days of John Dramani Mahama in office, what is your personal view on this whole thing at ECOSO? And I afraid Ochina is putting up measures in place. Now, with the ORA team even coming up with about 181 billion US dollars scandal in most of the institutions, one of them, the GIF, the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Then there were NSE, that is the National Service Authority. We are hearing that there are other ghost names, Bisukra, Finadbu, Eba, any other places. Now these things have been identified. What should be the posture of the government? And that is the number 2 question. But the first one, the less than 60 days, from your personal view, how would you rate John Dramani Mahama's tenure of office in less than 60 days?
I think he started very well. Because if there was one issue, a plague he got over the last 8 years was lack of clear leadership. What to say, or leadership, and then the focus was to advance the causes, the parochial interests of the party and himself as against the nation's agenda. Because they can afford to massively for a reset agenda.
Yeah.
And that reset agenda now is a call for a radical reset in terms of not just the economic loss of economic credibility, but also loss in political credibility. Issues are a plague upon issue, and how government is failing to show a clear commitment to Sabaton, or the energy crisis, and also the issue borders on clear lack of commitment. And that issue, young Kawasem enough. Even the banking cleanup crisis.
Yeah. Banking cleanup sector.
The past regime, that's another regime.
Yeah.
So, until you calling for reset, a reset over all these issues. And that's what I'm saying, over the past few 2 months, it is something that is clear. Right now, we have a leader. Because issues, not that amount for, and not that it has been eradicated. I mean, because the last 2-3 weeks, there were stories say NDC phobia PAMI MPP for now, what was the response of Abain? The response of Abain was to show, say, listen, it doesn't matter party crowd frame. Say, choose how Galamsia will deal with you.
Yes.
Whereas in the last regime, you heard very senior members of the people saying, say, Yenjai Galamsia, Yenjai Galamsia, we Yanka say, into ultimate eradicating. But what signal do you send? Offer a friend saying energy sector issues here under the last regime. On by set up the energy sector recovery program. Program. The level was set up under Mahama. The energy sector recovery program. What the program did was to identify what the problems were and outline solutions. No more says our solutions we say you follow some solutions by 2023. You won't have any issue.
Sure.
So what happened? Well, to the extent, say right now, your erratic energy issues because clearly in too much a year before offer banking sector cleanup. See, that's also come say propaganda be brave. Because say in 2014, quietly, Mama who say some of the local banks were facing issues Bank of Ghana together with banks finding solutions which were restoring banks solvency.
Yeah, a sustaining banks
Yeah. Not why they know the propaganda. Offer a capital bank as an example. Catch say I buy my capital bank 620. But really, what the real story was that I buy my capital bank commercial loan of 620. What I say? Now for 24 months they were paying you consistently. Offer that story I say showed us at 480 million AD, which was not the case. Really, what the story was that for over 14 years there had been certain bad loans, which had been classified as bad. Bank of Ghana for no and practice on your areas I say won't be the very ring fences are bad dirty as bad bank and most shareholders mama ya attribute to you. More use more shares as equity, more use more prudential funds it has a young banning equity. Now at the end, so that the bank can start the process of being restored to solvency. Quietly, and the bank was being restored. A friend said, new regime by what did they do? They quickly called in the South commercial loan and then also used propaganda. So a clear case of say give a dog a bad name and hang
Hang
it.
it, yeah.
So clearly, over the past 8 years, we were saddled with leadership, weaponizing to me to advance a parochial agenda as against the agenda of the nation. And I think, say, in a month and some few days, we are seeing a resetting of some mindset, to a reset that is more nationalistic in nature as against a parochial. So, early days yet, some of us are quietly very confident, say, not that everything will be changed, but at least there will be a restoration of the confidence that you want in political leadership to advance the cause of the country as against parochial causes.